Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Wormpal, the coach of the Stavanger Vikingvolts, and welcome back to week 12 of the UDN. This is last week of regular season. Next week we head into playoffs, and I'm playing against Aaron12, who's the coach of the Rome Empoleons. Go check out his YouTube channel. Link is in the description. That's a guy we played back in week 5, so we're having a rematch against him. But before we head into the video, I want to talk about what has happened the last few weeks. As you probably have seen, I did not upload my week 10 or week 11 battles because both of those battles we played 2 or 3 weeks after we were supposed to play them, and even this video is up a little bit late, so I'm already a bit behind, and I don't think I will upload any of those. But as you can probably see by the thumbnail of this video, I did win both of those games, so I am 9-2 now. Guaranteed playoffs, but I was also guaranteed playoffs before I played those matches, so I didn't really take any of them that seriously, and my opponents didn't do that either. One of the guys I played was also guaranteed playoffs, so he didn't prep that much, and the other guy, he had no chance of making playoffs, so he also just bought meme sets. But I still won both of those games, so I'm very happy about that after almost getting swept by a Feraligator. So yeah, but basically Salamence and Mega Diancie both picked up a lot of kills in those games, so Mega Diancie is now back to being my kill leader. But let's start talking about this this matchup. You can see Aaron's team over on the right. He has a Landorus T, Suicune, Alolan Muk, Porygon 2, Ditto, Wilton Frost, Mega Gardevoir, Jirachi, Komuo, Ninetales, and Levani. The same team he had last time we played. Didn't make any transactions since then. I also want to tell you about one transaction I made. I dropped my Masquerain after only using it for one game and picked up Pineco, the god of draft leagues. I'm not bringing it this week, but maybe I'll use it in playoffs. Since this game doesn't matter that much, I'm in playoffs regardless. I won't talk that much about my team. I'll just quickly go through it. But I did make a few changes since last time we battled. I switched out my Uxie for this Magnezone right here. Max HP, max special attack with the Assault Vest. Lets me take hits from his special attackers like Mega Gardevoir. Walls Gardevoir pretty well as long as he doesn't have Focus Blast, which he might have, but I should still live a Focus Blast with my Assault Vest. And then I can of course one-shot him back with the Flash Cannon. Also switches into other special attacks like Suicune and Porygon 2, Rotom Frost, and I'll hit them all back very hard with an analytic boosted Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, or Flash Cannon. Only thing that really wants to stop my Magnezone from just Volt Switching out is his Landorus T, but that of course does not want to take the Hidden Power Ice. And even a Flash Cannon should do like 80% with the Analytic Boost, so I'm not too worried about the Landorus. But yeah, that's Magnezone. I'm running 0 speed IVs and a minus speed nature to just be like a pivot for some of his fast mons like Porygon 2 and I think also Alolan Muk. I can underspeed them and then get off a slow Volt Switch into one of my more powerful Volt Breakers. That's Magnezone. Then I have Tangrowth. This is pretty much the same set as last time with max HP, max special defense, Assault Vest. My main switch into his Mega Gardevoir. Takes hits pretty well. Hyper Voice does like 40% I think, and then I do a lot back to him with a Power Whip. Should be an easy 2-hit KO. Last time I did have a bit of attack investment, but I switched that out for just full special defense this time. Then last moves are of course Knock Off, Earthquake, and Hidden Power Ice to hit stuff like the Landorus, the Alolan Muk, Earthquake. Knock Off is useful for Ditto or Porygon 2, and yeah, that is Tangrowth. Next up we have Mienshao, also almost the same set as last time with Choice Band, Reckless, High Jump Kick. He just does not have switch-ins. Even Mega Gardevoir and offensive Landorus T get 2-hit KO'd by High Jump Kick. So yeah, he does not have switch-ins. And last moves I did put on U-Turn, Poison Jab, and Hidden Power Ice. so that I have super effective coverage for Landorus T and Mega Gardevoir, and U-turn is of course for momentum. Next up, Mega Diancie. This I did switch a bit since last time, then I just ran 3 attacks and Protect to scout for Choice Scarves, but I'm pretty sure he will bring Scarf Jirachi and Broken Frost like he did last time, so I don't think I need to scout for those, and I will just switch out right away. So I switched out Protect and Diamond Storm for Calm Mind and Substitute. Since I outspeed everything on his team, I can Calm Mind pretty safely and not get Revenge killed, unless he has a Choice Scarfer. And Calm Mind really gives me the power to pick up a lot of one-hit KOs that I otherwise wouldn't get, like I believe it lets my Moonblast one-hit KO his Landorus T. I think Earth Power now kills his Alolan Muck. Calm Mind also lets my Earth Power do a lot more to Jirachi. I don't know if it's quite a one-hit KO, but should still do very much. And yeah, and Substitute is there to maybe so I can set up on some of his extremely passive mons like Porygon 2 and maybe even Suicune, and then I can live a hit from one of his Choice Scarfers if I am able to keep up the Substitute. Next up we have Rotom Heat, which I believe is the exact same set as last time with this max HP, max defense. I Papa Berry, takes hits very well from his Jirachi, 4 times resists his Iron Head, so I can't really get flinched to death by that. And then I'll switch Overheat for attacking moves. Will-O-Wisp is of course there for his physical attackers like Landorus T and Commoel. Defog is always useful since he does have a Sticky Web Levani on his roster. Not sure if he's gonna bring it, but just in case I do have some hazard removal. And then last mon I'm bringing is Starmie. Also almost the same set as last time, Life Orb and Lydic. It's pretty hard with Scald and Psyshock, able to pick up a lot of KOs on some of his offensive mons like Komuo and Landorus T. Scald can be useful for burns on stuff like Jirachi or Alolan Muck. And then I do outspeed everything he has, and I can also use this as like a pivot with Recover and just threaten something out, and yeah, can also stall out his Suicune with Toxic and Recover, so I think Starmie has pretty good matchup this game as well. But yeah, that's the team. I was predicting him to bring pretty much the same 6 mons as last time, because those did do decently well for him. But let's jump into the battle and see what he brought. Okay, so Aaron actually decided to change up his team a little since last time. He brought the Alolan Muck and the Commo instead of the Jirachi and the Porygon 2, which actually surprised me a bit since both of the mons he switched out were pretty annoying for me to deal with. But both Alolan Muck and Commo are also big threats, as I don't have the best switch-ins to either of them. So I will have to play very carefully around those, especially the Commo, to not let it set up too many Dragon Dances. But yes, last time I led with my Rotom Heat, predicting him to lead Landorus or Jirachi. So I figured maybe he would try to lead something that countered my Rotom Heat, which could maybe be Suicune, because it can take hits pretty well. So I led with my Tangrowth, which did actually happen. I do lead with my Tangrowth, and he leads with his Suicune. I of course threatened him out with a Grass type move, so I thought he would switch out. That's why I clicked Knockoff here. But he makes a good play and stays in and Toxics me. But since I went for Knockoff the first turn, I figured he has to switch out now. But again, he stays in and just clicks Ice Beam, makes me look like a fool by clicking Knockoff. But that's not a big deal, since I do have Regenerator. I can heal up all the damage he did to me, and I do have the Assault Vest, so Ice Beam doesn't really do anything. But here I do switch out into my Magnet Zone, since that takes on his Suicune pretty well. He goes Alolan Muck, probably to take the Grass type move. But he clicks Knockoff here, and I get off the Slow Volt switch, since I am running a negative speed nature and 0 speed IVs. I'm able to go into my Mienshao and just pick up this kill with High Jump Kick. Doesn't have switch in, so I can pretty safely click this high jump kick. He goes to Landers to revenge kill me, and here I go into my Rotom Heat since it does wall him pretty well, as long as he doesn't have like Rock UMC. And I do have Will-O-Wisps to lower his attack, but he actually shows a pretty cool tech with Rock Polish and Sludge Wave. So he's a special Landers. That means this Will-O-Wisp I just went for is pretty useless, and he should be able to kill me off with this next Poison UMC Sludge Wave, which means that he doesn't pop my berry, but my Rotom was still able to deal a lot of damage to him and put him in range for pretty much anything else to kill him. So I go into my Landorus since it is very specially offensive and can definitely take any hit from this Landorus. And I revenge kill him with the Hidden Power Ice. And here I believe he switches into his combo, and wait, Tangrowth is one of my best walls to this thing, but I can't really stay in since I'm poisoned, so I switch into my Starmie, which should be able to live any hit at +1 except for an Outrage. But if he does go for that, I do have my Mega Diancie in the back, which can easily just revenge kill him. But he doesn't go for Dragon Dance, he actually goes for a Totemize, which was a little confusing since at +1 he already outsped everything. I don't know why he needed a +2 speed. But he goes Suicune here, and I'm able to pick up the 2-hit KO with the Psyshock, Analytic boosted, Life Orb. Psyshock deals a lot of damage to the Suicune. And here he goes into his Rotom Frost. Last time he was Choice Scarfed, so I switch into my Magnet Zone, which resists his Dual Stab. And he goes back into his combo. I don't want him to set up, so I just stay in and click Flash Cannon. And he overpredicts, because he probably thought that I would switch back into my Starmie, so he clicked Clanging Scales, and I'm able to live that and do 62% to his combo with a Flash Cannon. And here he didn't boost his speed, so I can very easily go into my Mega Diancie and revenge kill him with the Moonblast. He doesn't have switching, so he kind of just has to sack his combo. And here comes the Mega Gardevoir. I don't have Diamond Storm to maybe potentially one-shot him, but Moonblast should still 2-hit KO him. And he reveals Destiny Bond again, which worked pretty well for him in our last battle, but here it doesn't really do that much since I have the Calm Mind, and I'm able to eat up this Hyper Voice and then just kill him with a Moonblast in the next turn. And here there's no way a Rotom Frost is one before me. He locks himself into Hidden Power, which is super effective, so he was a Choice Scarf Rotom, but that is not Hidden Power still, so I do survive it. And I'm able to kill him with the Moonblast. So, GG to Aaron, we pick up a 4-0 victory over the Rome Empoleons. Pretty, I don't want to say easy game, but I did have control the entire game. Had a pretty good matchup too, so Mega Diancie picking up 3 more kills. It is now our kill leader with, I believe, 14 kills. Doc is not updated yet, so I don't know how well it does compared to the other Pokemon on other teams in the league. But yeah, we finished off the regular season with a 10-2 record and I believe a +30 differential, which I am very happy about. That puts us at first place in my conference, and I believe I also have a chance to be first place overall. Doc is not updated yet, so I am not sure where I'm at, but either first or second place, as I think there is only one other team with a 10-2 record. But yeah, playoffs starts next week. As I said, the Doc is not updated yet, so I'm not sure who I am playing against. But it should definitely be a match to look forward to. And again, go check out Aaron's YouTube channel, link is in the description. But until next time, goodbye.